Ram Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। परमानंद की। Where is that line? एकाकियामा नहीं पाया बाला हरिनाम संकीर्तन. हाँ. I was thinking, what is the beginning of this song? O है वैष्णव ठाकुर दया सागरा एदा से करुणा होई. ओ है वैष्णव ठाकुरा दया सागरा एदा से करुणा होई. प्रिया पादाचाया सुर है आमाया तुम्हारा चरण होरी. वो है वैष्णव ठाकुरा दया सागरा तेरा से करुणा होरी. छाया बेगा दोमी छाया दोषा शोठी छाया भुना दे दासे. ओ छाया बेगा दोमी छाया दोषा शोधी छाया गुणा देहो दासे. छाया सा संगा देहो हे आमारे বসেছি সঙ্গেরা আসে. ছায়া সঙ্গা দেহ এ আমারে বসেছি সঙ্গেরা আসে. एकाकी आमा नहीं पाया भला परिणाम संकीर्तने.
नहीं पाया भला हरिनाम संकीर्तने.
एकाकी आमा नहीं पाया भला परिणाम संकीर्तने.
एकाकी हमारा नहीं पाया भला हरिनाम संकीर्तने.
एकाकी आमा पाया भला परिणाम संकीर्तने.
एकाकी हमारा नहीं पाया भला हरिनाम संकीर्तने.
तुम्ही कृपा करी श्रद्धा बिंदु दिया देहो कृष्ण नामा.
तुम्हें कृपा तोरी शरबिंदु दिया देव कृष्णा नाम दानी
तुम्हें कृपा करी शठ बिंदु दिया देह कृष्ण नाम।
तुम्हें कृपा तोरी शरबिंदु दिया देव कृष्णा नाम दानी
कृष्णा से तुम्हारा कृष्णा दिते पारो तुम्हारा शक्ति आते।
कृष्णा के तुम्हारा कृष्ण दिख पारो तुम्हारा शक्ति तुझे
कृष्णा से तुम्हारा कृष्णा दिते पारो तुम्हारा शक्ति आते।
कृष्णा से तुम्हारा कृष्णा दिख पारो तुम्हारा शक्ति तुझे
अमित कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली धैतावा पाछे पाछे।
नामी तो कंगाला कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली दैता पाचे पाचे
अमित कंगाल कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली धैतावा पाछे पाछे।
नामी तो कंगाला कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली दैता पाचे पाचे
ओ है वैष्णव ठाकुर दयारा सागरा ए दासे करुणा करी।
ओ है वैष्णव ठाकुरा जय रस ए दासे करुणा करी
ओ है वैष्णव ठाकुरा दयारा सागरा ए दासे करुणा करी।
हे वैष्णव ठाकुरा दया संगार एदासे करुणा करी
प्रिय पादाचाया सोडवे आमाया तुम्हारा चरण गौरी।
दिय पादाचार्य सबरे आमया तुम्हारा चरणा जोड़ी
छाया बेगा धोमी छाया दोषा शोरी छाया गुणा देहो दासे।
जय देवारोगी जय दोषासोदी जय गुणांग देवो दासी
छाया बेगा धोमी छाया दोषा शोरी छाया गुणा देहो दासे।
जय वेगा दोमी जय दोषासोदी जय गुणा देवो दासी
छाया संगा देहो हे आमारे বসেছি সঙ্গেরা আসে।
जय सत्संगा देव हे हमारे बुझे संदेरा आशे
एकाकी रामा पाया बाला हरिनाम संकीर्तने।
एकाकी आया हरिनाम संकीर्तने
एकाकी रामा पाया बाला हरिनाम संकीर्तने।
एकाकी हमारा नहीं पाया बल हरिनाम संकीर्तने
तुम्हें कृपा करी सदा बिंदु दिया देह कृष्ण नाम।
तुम्हें कृपा कोरी श्रीबिंदु दिया देह कृष्णा नाम गाने
तुम्हें कृपा करी शत बिंदु दिया देह कृष्ण नाम।
तुम्हें कृपा कोरी श्रीबिंदु दिया देह कृष्णा नाम गाने
कृष्णा से तुम्हारा कृष्णा दिते पारो तुम्हारा शक्ति आचे।
कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण पारो तुम्हारा
कृष्णा से तुम्हारा कृष्णा दिते पारो तुम्हारा शक्ति आचे।
कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण पारो तुम्हारा
अमित कंगाला कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली भाई तावा पाछे पाछे।
अमितो कंगाला कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली पाछे पाछे
अमित कंगाला कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली भाई तावा पाछे पाछे।
अमितो कंगाला कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली गीता पाछे पाछे
वो है वैष्णव ठाकुर दया सागर हृदय करुण हरि।
हे वैष्णव ठाकुरा दया सागर हे दासे करुण हरि
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Roe Dase Vinapeka Ati Dina.
Guru Kripa Bindu Diya, Toro Ye
Kripa Bindu Diya Roe Dase Vinapeka Ati Dina.
Kripa Binduya, Koroyeda, Krishna Veka,
Kalasahane Baladiya Koro Yamane Srihadi.
Sahane, Ariya, Koro, Nidamane, Srihari,
Kale Samman Puritesha Bhati Devonata Rajata.
Sakale, Ramana, Korite, Sakati, Devonata, Kata,
Sakale Samman Puritesha Bhati Devonata Jata Jata. Seto Bharibo Harinama Suke Aparada Devata Abhiheno Kripa Abhiya Titata Hoi Behata Abhiheno Kripa Abhiya Dana Tata Hori Benata Shakti Buddhi Dina Niyati Dina Koromore Atma Sata Yata Vichare Vichunani Pai Amara Karuna Sara Yogata Vichare Vichunani Pai Amara Karuna Sara Sunana Hrile Kandiya Kandiya Ananara Kandohara Pabindu Diya Roe Dase Unapeta Ati Pabindu Diya Roe Dase Unapeta Ati Salasahane Ladiya Koro Yamane Sihari Sakale Samana Vitesha Kati Devanata Jata Jata Sakale Samana Vitesha Kati Devanata Jata Jata Veto Bhagavo Harinama Shloke Parada Vedata Sehe no Kripa Yadhiya Jana Tata Ho Jivena no kripa Hiya Hitana Nartha Ho Dante Natha Buddhi Na Niyati Dina Amore Atma Sata Buddhi Dina Niyati Dina Amore Atma Sata Yata Vichare Nahi Sai Mara Kaudana Sata Yata Vichare Nahi Sai Mara Kaudana Yata Vichare Nahi Sai Mara Kaudana Sata Ye Priya Kantiya Nanada Vibo Ara Ile Priya Kantiya Nanada Vibo Ara Bindu Jiya Zoe Tape Nape Pa Sti Bindu Jiya Zoe Tape Nape Pa Sti Bindu Jiya Zoe Tape Nape Pa Sti Nasahane Aladi Akoro Yaman Adi Sakti Donata Jasa Nesa Shakti Donata Jasa So Bhati Bo Namashte राधा देता तो भाई गो के राधा देता गाइए।
हरे कृष्णा
प्रभुपाद की
जय।
Today we'll discuss about Sanatana Goswami. ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादां सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमः।
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं गायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। जयतो सुरतो पंगो ममामन्दामतिर्गतिर् मत्सर्वस्वापदाम्भोजौ राधा मदन मोहनो दिव्या बृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादा श्रीमद्रत्नागर सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवौ प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि। श्रीमन् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटा ततस्थितः कर्षण वेणु स्वनिर्गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रीयस्तुना पंचतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपा स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद
जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद।
जय अद्वैता चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा। ताबे वाराणसी गोसाई आइला कटा दिने सोनी आनंदिता हैला प्रभु रागमने। After a few days, Srila Sanatana Goswami arrived at Varanasi. He was very pleased to hear about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's arrival there. Everyone remembers? We are discussing from Madhya Leela. It's going on verse by verse. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Everyone remembers where were we? Obviously.
He escaped Raghu. He escaped from the jail. He went to the bank of Yamuna.
He crossed Ganga.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And then he walked. And then I don't remember where we were.
I remember only till that point. Only he crossed.
Shrikanta gave him wooden blanket.
Yes.
Shrikanta gave him wooden blanket. Woolen, not wooden. Woolen blanket. We didn't give him woolen blanket yet. We'll give him today. Hajipur. He sat down within a garden. In Hajipur, there was a gentleman named Shrikanta.
Her husband gave the blanket.
Who happened to be the husband of Sanatana Goswami's sister. The blanket was given. नहीं एक बार ही मिला उनको. श्रीकांता है थ्री, बहुत अमीर थे श्रीकांता.
This one, 300,000.
नहीं पहला हुआ तो ये भी हुआ होगा. आई डोंट नो. यहाँ से चालू करें. ओके. 3 लक्ष मुद्रा राजा दियाची तारा स्थाने घोड़ा मूल्य न पाथाया पाचारा स्थाने. Shrikanta had 300,000 gold coins with him, which had been given to him by the emperor for the purchase of horses. Thus Shrikanta was buying horses and dispatching them to the emperor. So Shrikanta कौन थे? Who was Shrikanta? Sanatana Goswami had a sister. Her husband was Shrikanta. And when Sanatana Goswami was going from, where was he going from? After crossing Ganga, he was going up to Varanasi and Vrindavan. Actually, he was going towards Vrindavan. On the way, he came to a place called Hajipur, where he was sitting under a garden. And when he was sitting, then Shrikanta happened to come. And they both happened to talk. And then they find, I'm sure they know if his sister got married to Shrikanta, probably they know each other. It's very traditional. So they met. And Shrikanta was a very rich person. And he used to work for the emperor. And Srikanta was given by the emperor 300,000 gold coins, where he would buy the horses and dispatch it to the, like, emperor gave him this much money so he can buy the horses and give it to the emperor. But he would get some. So he was very rich and very responsible person. And Sanatana Goswami was like, so we already, is that pastime over where he went to the hotel and hotel person said, I want to kill Sanatan? Is that pastime over? We covered it? Okay. Okay. So pastime. When Shikanta was sick. Oh, yes, Prabhuji. We can start.
When Srikanta was sitting in an elevated place, he could see Sanatan Goswami. That night he took a servant and went to see Sanatan.
So you obviously know Sanatan Goswami. So he was sitting and he saw like my sister brother is sitting over there. So he was surprised. So immediately took an assistant and he went there because he wanted to assist Sanatan Goswami.
When they met, they had many conversations. Sanatana Goswami told him to his arrest and release.
They spoke to relatives. And Sanatan Goswami said about how he was arrested and how he was released and how he's going to Vrindavan.
It's a month.
Slides are not moving.
Then told Sanatana Goswami, stay here for at least 2 days and dress up like a gentleman, abandon his dirty garments.
Sanatan Goswami was like a king actually,
Yeah.
like very rich. And he saw him in the rag clothes. So Shrikanta said, please stay here and क्या हालत बना रखी है मतलब what is what has happened? Stay here for 2 days and give up this and take some rest and then go to Vrindavan. I mean, if you see your brother or somebody who is very close to you, and then they are in a very deplorable condition, so will naturally say, oh, please come. I live in Canton. He's telling us my birthday yesterday. So naturally, that hospitality was given to him. But Sanatana Goswami was burning with the eager, was having a burning desire to meet Sri Chaitanya in Vrindavan.
Sanatana Goswami replied, "We shall not stay here even for a minute. Please guide me across the dance. Youngest, I shall leave in the place."
So he was coming and he was walking and he was tired. So he saw a place to sit. So he rested there. Shrikanta came. He said, please stay here 2 days. Sanatana Goswami said, Ek chhana iha na rahiba. 1 moment I will not stay. Very straightforward in his desire. And then why he was waiting for 2 reasons. One, he was very tired. So he took a little break because he was walking. Another is it's a long Ganges and he's not sure how to cross it. So he's waiting there. And then he said, Shrikanta is a relative. Na? He said, please help me cross. I have to leave immediately to Vrindavan.
He crossed already.
That crossing was from the jail to the ground.
Okay.
Because jail is in the middle of the like huge Ganga. So nobody can survive. So he crossed there. And then he started walking. And now he has to cross to go to Vrindavan. So, and he was walking for a long time. So he took a rest. Then he asked, please help me cross Ganga so I can continue my journey. All right.
नकोरी प्रेमोएका होता कंबला तिला गंगा पारा हरी तिला गोसानी चलीला. With great care, Shrikanta gave him a woolen blanket and helped him cross the Ganges. Thus, Sanatana Goswami departed the Ganges.
We haven't discussed this part yet. But are we sure we discussed the part where he went and he stayed in a hotel?
I did not hear. I don't really very fun. That is a problem.
But we discuss here or you discuss somewhere else? Because past time is knowing the past time does not mean discuss it here.
I
Huh?
don't know till that
That from the jail till he reached the Ganges, that's what I feel.
giving the all the coins only he this one happens. I feel that yes.
No, after giving the coins, then he stayed in a hotel.
That's what. So that servant or whoever came with him, he was hiding.
He was hiding the coins.
Yeah.
And then he
He
sent.
came along with him. Then only he is alone now.
So you know the story, but you heard it here or?
No, I'm saying how can it be best if he reached here? No, in this sequence it is not there. No, at least what my memory. You're saying it's not there, but
It's there in PPT. But did we cover it last week?
yes, it should be there.
I think probably when I was making PPT, he came in his Antaranga Sarup and he saw everything that I was typing. So he's very familiar with the whole past time.
No, I remember that walking and walking. That was red.
वो तो starting से ही walking and walking.
This verse today we started.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sorry to interrupt, but we did not discuss it here. I don't recall it for last week or even before or week before that. We didn't discuss that pastime in this class, particular class.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. Huh?
After crossing the river, they met another person. They were trying. They knew that they have Rupa Goswami has money, and they are trying to somehow.
तो वो discuss हुआ. Okay, let's see. Ishan replied, I have 1 gold coin in my possession. Any bells ringing? No, probably you have read also. I'm discussing about everybody. You remember, Ashwini Mataji, this verse? Should we start from beginning of chapter?
He gave one more plan.
What about the landlord said, before you offered them, I already knew.
Still we didn't. Nepal had some.
This we covered for sure, right? Sanatan replied, there is no danger. The Nawab has gone to the south. If he returns, tell him that Sanatan went to pass stool near the bank of.
This is done.
So यहाँ तो सब लोग at least this much is done. And we discuss about lying and when the concept of lying. We covered this. The palmer said this man Sanatan possessed 8 gold coins. Okay, so at least wow, this is very helpful. So we discussed till 8 gold coins. From here we have to start them. There is slide 20, we were at slide 47. मिस 27 slides. Effort लगता है रोज slide में. आप ऐसे मिस कराओ. ये क्या है ना, when I reach 47, I am like 62 slides total. ये तो भी खत्म हो जाएगा 10 मिनट में. तो मैं क्या करूं? Then I thought नहीं कुछ गड़बड़ है प्रभु. मैं 20 स्लाइड बना के क्यों आऊंगा? So this is confirmed now. Who is supposed to read? So everyone remembers now? अभी तो प्रभु जी देखा है प्रूफ. अभी पीछे नहीं जा सकते. Gold coins remember?
See, everybody remembers that.
Because by profession he is a goldsmith. So he remembers gold coins. So this is Sanatana Goswami came with his servant Ishan and they came to a hotel and um, um, then the hotel owner had a astrologer, a palmist, and he said he has 8 gold coins. So the owner said, oh, so this is the palmist. He is telling to the owner that this man Sanatan possessed 8 gold coins. Hearing this, the landlord was very pleased and spoke the following to Sanatan. So Sanatan came and he already told him in his ears, 8 gold coins he has. So, all right.
Now this program is set.
There's lunchtime. Sanatan Goswami requested, please help me cross over the land in the night. Why in the night? Nawab may see because he is ran away prisoner. And everybody knows Sanatan Goswami. So he said, dead of a night when people are sleeping, help me cross this tract of land there. And the landlord said, I will certainly do that. There is food for you, we cook and you have your lunch first. And take some rest. By the time night comes. So the purpose was not to book a hotel room. Like sometimes we go and we're tired, book a hotel room and stay and relax and then go next time. But he could not cross in a day. So he had to stop there for till the night comes. So he can cross. So landlord said, yes. First you have been hungry, so you make something and eat. So he said, please cook. So even Sanatana Goswami also before cooking would take bath. Following Radha Govinda standards. So he went and he took bath before cooking.
Duyi upavase kaila randhana bhojane Raja Mantri Sanatana Vicharila Mani. Because Sanatana had been fasting for 2 days, he cooked the food and ate it. However, having formerly been a minister of the Nawab, he began to contemplate the situation.
So he fasted for 2 days. Panda Dhanjal Ekadashi is only for 1 day. 2 days fasting, no water.
As a former minister for the Nawab, Sanatana could certainly understand diplomacy. He therefore thought, why is this landlord offering me such respect? Thinking in this way, he questioned his servant, whose name was Ishan.
So you are going. Somebody said, Prabhu, please. You have nothing. You're meeting him for the first time. You say, here is some grains, you cook here, you stay here. In the night, I'll make all arrangements for you to cross over. Sanatan Goswami is thinking, why should he do all these things for me? I mean, not only crossing, not only help a servant and cook and stay and food and everything. So Sanatan Goswami was thinking, dal mein kuch kala hai, there is something fishy here. So then he asked Ishan.
तुम्हारा जन की जो कव्या आचार्य ईशानाथ स्थाने मोहाराया. Sanatana asked this servant, Ishana, I think you have some valuable things with you. Ishana replied, yes, I have 7 gold coins.
So Ishan is also very intelligent. He has 8. And he said, I have एक छुपा लेता हूँ. I have 7 gold coins.
Hearing this, Sanatan Goswami asked his servant, saying, why have you brought the death knell with you?
What is death knell? What does knell means? Was a sign or something? Or something that will take me to death. Why have you done this? Or what?
Thereupon, Sanatan Goswami took the 7 gold coins in his hands and went to the landlord. Holding the gold coins before him, he spoke as follows.
Right? Eishata Shuvarna Mohada Achila Amar Ihalana Dharma Dekhi Parvata Karapar. I have these 7 gold coins with me. Please accept them. And from a religious point of view, please get me across that hilly tract of land. I don't want anything. Just let me cross the land. I want to go to Vrindavan.
Raja Bandiyami Gadadavara Yate Napari Punyahabe Paravata Amadeha Parakari. I am a prisoner of the government and I cannot go along the way of the ramparts. I will be very pious of you to take this money and kindly get me across this hilly tract of land.
So through roads, he cannot go. Rest is all. So he's like, help me cross. I don't know which way to go. The roads you cannot go. Like, and then see, Sanatan Goswami is very honest here. He's telling Raja Bandi Ami, I am a prisoner of the government. So please take this and help me cross. This is what I want from you.
Prabhuji, the servant Ishana is from the landlord.
No, Ishan is Sanatan Goswami's servant. They both are traveling.
Oh, so he hided 1 gold.
He had 8 gold coins. He was carrying. His intention was
He'll help.
some problem. This will help. And Sanatan Goswami doesn't know his servant is carrying. Sanatan Goswami was upset. He said, why are you carrying this death knell with you?
But still he holded 1 coin.
He holded 1 coin. Because of the same thing that keep something for emergency purpose. But Sanatan Goswami is no emergency. Dependence purpose. Yes.
Guna Asi Kahe Amit Janiyachi Pahile Ashta Mahara Aya Tomara Sevaku Inchal. Smiling, the landlord said, before you offer them, I already knew that there were 8 gold coins in your servant's possession.
So Sanatan Goswami now come to know. He hide 1 more from me. So after this, Sanatan Goswami will not put faith in him. So Sanatan Goswami after this, he says, sir, I can go by myself. So first he did not say, And then second time, he again said, like, the southern was like, he's like, okay, no more.
Tomamari, Pohara, La Itama, Ajikara, Ratreye, Pala Haila, Kaihila Tumi, Kitila Papa Kaite. On this very night, I would have killed you and taken your coins. It is very good that you have voluntarily offered them to me. I am now relieved from such a sinful activity.
What do you think about this? He's repentant, but his greed cannot, like, he's repentant that I have to commit sin by killing this Brahman. But his greed is so much that he cannot avoid it, he has to kill. Then he said, thank you so much. Now I don't have to commit this sin. He knows this is sinful activity, but he wants a coin more than the sin. So he said, thank you for saving me from breaking religious principles. As a very dharmic. Thank you for saving me from these religious principles.
Despite this my behavior, I do not accept this goal, but I should greatly advance that failure like a fail.
थोड़ा सा जग गया उनका धर्म अंदर से बोले कि I want to do something good, some pious, so I will help you cross the line. I don't want anything from you. What will we say? All right, help me cross.
Krishna Kahe, Krishna Kahe Kahe, Dravya Aide, Mara Prana Rakshana, Sona Dravya, Anjuna Sham. Sanatana Goswami replied, if you do not accept this song, someone else will kill me. It is better that you save me from the religious practice.
You only keep. Just let me go. Help me cross. How many of you will follow Sanatana Goswami? All right.
Tribuna Bhusanira, Sankhachari, Paika, Dila, Ratri Ratri, Vana Vati, Parivarta, Vara Dila. After this settlement was made, the landlord gave Sanatana Goswami 4 watchmen to accompany him. They went through the forest path for the whole night and thus brought him over the hilly tract of land.
So they know how to take the forest path to cross. Sanatana Goswami doesn't know. They took him and they sent 4 watchmen with torch and everything. If we were there, we'll say, at least for 4 watchmen, hourly, one night, at least take 1 gold coin, 7 I will keep. 6 I will keep. Sadhguru, I don't want anything. Just help me cross over.
Like in Nepal, we're going Muktinath, like photo will come along with it. Otherwise, you will missing.
Will be lost.
Yeah, we'll be lost.
It's a dense forest.
Namadalpun.
So it is said in a forest, na? Like one or twice I have been to a forest path alone. So it's like all the path look the same. It's all trees all over. So in the middle, you will be like, nothing, you cannot make out which part to go. And especially in the night. In the daytime, he cannot go. So he's like, no, I need help.
Forest.
After shortening the connect with the segment, which comes, I think this has the balance left from the
So actually, after crossing the hills, all night they passed. Then now, Sanatana Goswami is free. He want to go toward Varanasi. He said, I think we have something, Ishan.
Vishal declared, I still have untold problems in my case. The thing was, failed to call me to return to university.
He said, I have one more. He said, okay, take this, keep it with you, go back. Now my journey is end.
To the party information. Nothing was. When he covered the wrong player, the last was already done.
So he was very, Sanatana Goswami, how was he feeling? Fear? Huh?
That's commendable.
Completely liberated.
No anxiety.
Like, I have nothing to fear of. Just took one commander and you're like, free. Probably in this situation, will be very much afraid. So now we can. So now we all know next few slides. We covered. Okay. So this we discussed. Husband of Sanatana Goswami's sister who was engaged in government service. 300 gold coins to buy the horses and dispatch it back to the emperor, very rich. So he asked him to, when Shikant was sitting there, he took a servant in the night and he went to see Sanatana Goswami. There they met, they had many conversations. Sanatan told him about his arrest and release. Then Shrikanta told Sanatan, stay here for at least 2 days and dress up like a gentleman. Abandon this dirty clothes. Sanatan Goswami replied, I will now stay here for a moment. Please help me cross the Ganges. I shall leave immediately. So good for now, so far. This also we discussed. Shrikanta gave him a woolen blanket, helped him cross the Ganges. Thus Sanatan Goswami departed again.
Sabe Varanasi Goswami Aila Kata Dene Suni Anandita Aila Prabhuda Aganani. After a few days, Sanatana Goswami arrived at Varanasi. He was very pleased to hear about Sri Chaitanya Prabhu's arrival.
Then Mahaprabhu arrived. Then Sanatana Goswami arrived where?
Varanasi.
Varanasi. And what did he hear about Varanasi?
Sri Chaitanya Prabhu is coming.
Mahaprabhu was there. He was in Varanasi.
Arrival.
Then Mahaprabhu is here. He has arrived here. So where is Mahaprabhu coming from? Huh? Jharikhanda. Jharikhanda also coming from, but a little bit back. But yeah, he crossed Jharikhanda. Then he went to Vrindavan. He went to Jharikhanda to Vrindavan.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the way, did he go somewhere from between Jharikhanda and Vrindavan?
Varanasi.
He went to Varanasi.
Yeah.
Then he went to Prayag. Then he went to Vrindavan. Then he came back from Vrindavan to
Puri.
Prayag.
Prayag.
And Prayag, he met Rupa Goswami, gave the teachings. Then from there he came to Varanasi and Sanatana Goswami arrived. And now they met. All right?
In the Madhav Mandir.
So he traveled all over India for 4 years, right? So he knows all all holy places in India. All right, good so far. Okay, so Varanasi. Yes.
Sanatana Goswami then went to the house of Chandrasekhara and sat down by the door, understanding what was happening. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to Chandrasekhara.
Mahaprabhu was inside the house. He came to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Chandrasekhar's house. So he went there and he sat.
Tapan Mishra also.
But he did not make any endeavor. He just sat down. His life is successful. Sanatana Goswami is feeling my life is successful. The Lord is in the house. He like whatever he wanted, he achieved it. In a way, the Lord is here.
द्वारे का वैष्णव आया बोला तांडवे चंद्रशेखर देखे वैष्णव नहीं के द्वारे. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, there is a devotee at your door. Please call him. Going inside, going outside, Chandrasekhara could not see a Vaishnava.
So Mahaprabhu is inside.
So,
So Mahaprabhu to Chandrasekhar. There is a devotee outside.
please call.
Call you. Chandrasekhar said, oh.
Sanatana is there.
So Chandrasekhar went out. Nobody is there. So he came back.
Could not see any.
Nobody is there.
When Chandrasekhara informed the Lord that no Vaishnava was at his door, the Lord asked him, is there anyone at all at your?
So when he went out, he saw somebody with a long beard, matted hair, torn clothes, sitting like this. Chandrasekhar thought, beggar is there. No Vaishnava is there. So he came back, he said, nobody is there, my lord. So Mahaprabhu, anybody there?
Sanatana is the bear.
No, because long travel, na? So he grew and
Could not identify who is the Vaishnava.
and no tilak, just torn quilt. So somehow he is wearing and he's like, anybody there? Chandrasekhar. देहो कहे एकादरा वेशा छे द्वारे तांद्रयाना प्रभुरवा के कही लता हरे. Chandrasekhar replied, there is a Muslim mendicant. भिखारी है, मुसलमान भिखारी है, कोई वैष्णव नहीं है. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately replied, bring him here. Please bring him here. Chandrasekhar then spoke to Sanatana Goswami, who was still sitting beside the door. He just sat beside the door. But, maybe a Muslim hat or, because he was working for a Muslim, he would wear like those. So he said, Mohammedan style. So he said, anybody there? A Muslim is there. So Mahaprabhu became very pleased because Mahaprabhu knows who is a Muslim. Sanatana Goswami is a Muslim. So Mahaprabhu said, please bring him here.
Prabhutamaya balaya aisa dharavesa suni anandu sanatana karila pravesa. O Muslim men, please come in. The Lord is calling you. Sanatana Goswami was very pleased to hear this order when he entered Chandrasekhar's.
Please come. Sanatana Goswami, wow, life is successful. So immediately he started coming.
Sampare hangame dekhi Prabhu Dana Aila Sandre
Alingan.
Kari Prema Vista Haila. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Sanatana Goswami in the courtyard, he immediately went up to him with great haste. After embracing him, the Lord was overwhelmed with ecstatic love.
How much the Lord loves his devotees.
Hmm.
When Sanatana was coming, the Lord knows how much struggle he has gone through. Gop Kumar, he went through so much struggle. Then when he went to Golok Vrindavan and Krishna said, how much struggle you have gone through to come to me. So Mahaprabhu remembered every struggle that he has gone through, come to him. How many of you were there for Ishupanishad yesterday? Everybody you were there? Okay, very nice. At least one devotee was there. So what did Ishupanishad, the prayer? My Lord, please remember at the time of death what all I have done for you. Please remember what all I have done for you at the time of death. We discussed that or no? No, that is next week actually. Yesterday was please remove your effulgence so I can see your face, right? Yeah, that is next week. Okay, so next week, Ishupanishad at 8 p.m. on Sunday. So there is a prayer, Ishupanishad that prays. Ishupanishad says, my Lord, please remember when the death comes, please remember what all I have done for you. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is remembering. It is said that you do little bit for Krishna and you may forget what you have done for Krishna. But Krishna remembers all that you have done for him. You met one person and you gave him one book. And Krishna remembers, oh, this devotee did this for me. This devotee did this for me. Krishna remembers every moment, anything you do for anybody, keeping Krishna in the center. Krishna remembers. So Sanatana Goswami has taken so much effort, walking and not eating and fasting, and just to meet Lord.
How much Lord is very fast.
So Lord immediately started running out. And then what did Lord do? Immediately embraced Sanatana. Sanatana Goswami life is like set. That's all he needed. He wanted to meet the Lord and then he is just humbly like, and the Lord embraced him. Prema Vishta Haila means the Lord was overwhelmed with ecstatic love. See, one thing is Radha Goswami was overwhelmed. Here the Lord is overwhelmed with ecstatic love by seeing his devotee.
Prabhu Sparshe Prema Vista Aila Saratana Morena Kiniha Kahe Gharagara Vachara. As soon as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touched Sanatana Goswami, Sanatana was also overwhelmed with ecstatic love. In a faltering voice, he said, "Oh my Lord, do not touch me."
So what was Sanatana Goswami's mood? Don't touch. I'm untouchable. That was his mood in his natural humbleness. And he's like, his hair is standing on end. He also became overwhelmed with ecstatic love. When the Lord touches you, something happens. Everything happens. Like, something happens. When Lord does Sanatana Goswami is like in ecstasy, but he still doesn't want Lord to touch him.
Similarly, in South, Mahaprabhu is the leprosy person also. He's not going to be there.
And Mahaprabhu, you read? You read.
Shoulder to shoulder, Sri Mahaprabhu and Sanatana Goswami began to cry.
So they're like, he is holding Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu is holding him, and they are crying. And Chandrasekhar like, wow, who is this? Who is? Huh? Unlimitedly began to cry. Chandrasekhar even does not have that kind of relationship with the Lord.
Yeah.
Sanatana Goswami is very dear associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he was very much surprised.
Manjari, no?
Lavanga. So Mahaprabhu love for Sanatana, he made him sit like next to him. He wanted to sit on the floor naturally. No, they come and sit here, Sanatana.
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began cleansing Sanatana Goswami's body with his own transcendental hand, Sanatana Goswami said, "Oh my Lord, please do not touch me."
So Mahaprabhu started cleaning his body. Again, telling my Lord, please don't. You like, no, he's an ecstasy like, my Lord, don't touch me. And Mahaprabhu is cleaning the dust, the dirt from his body, from traveling for so long. See how much?
प्रभु चाहे दुमा स्पर्शी आत्मा पवित्रते भक्ति भले सारा ब्रह्मांडा शोधिते. The Lord replied, I am touching you just to purify myself, because by the force of your devotional service, you can purify the whole universe.
Brahmanda Shodhite. Brahmanda Shodhite means
Universal.
Bhakti Bale Paratumi Brahmanda Shodhite.
Purified.
Your Bhakti Bal is so much that whole Brahmand can be purified. Trying to purify myself by touching you.
Saints of the sanctuary and themselves limited of unity. Because of their unity, they are constant companions of the Lord, and therefore they can purify even the places of the Since an advanced devotee carries Lord Vishnu within his heart, he is moving temples and moving Vishnu, and a moving Vishnu. An advanced devotee does not need to go to holy places for whatever he stays in the holy place. In his direction, Narottam Das Thakur states, Tirtha Yatra, Parishana, Parishama, Sevana, Manila, Brahma. Living in a holy places is simply another type of living their life. Since an advanced devotee does not need to go to a holy place, why does he go? The answer is that he goes simply to purify the place.
So who is a saint? A saint of your caliber. Who is speaking to whom? Ah, Narasimha speaking to Vidura. This is when Vidura, after the holy places, came back.
Balaram. Yeah.
After the Mahabharata was
Okay.
over, then Vidura came back. No? Then Yudhishthira received Vidura by saying, saint of your caliber, like Vidura, of your caliber, are like holy places personified.
Tirtha Parvati, Tirtha.
Tirtha Karvanti Tirthan. Because of their purity, they are constant companions of the Lord, and therefore they can purify even the place of pilgrimage. You know what is the greatest suffering? Who knows what is the greatest suffering in this world? Based on Chaitanya Charitamrita. Not getting a hike,
Not remembering.
not remembering the Lord, not having association. Something very close, but on those lines. This is the conversation between Ramananda Roy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Roy, what is the greatest suffering? What did Ramananda Roy say?
Association of the devotees.
When they separate.
Like gopis and Krishna, all this separation. Mira.
When devotees separate, then that suffering is very great. How many of you experienced when you separate from devotees, you feel pain? Anybody experienced? When you separate from devotees, you feel pain? Really? He said yes. I said really? He said no. Anybody feel separation when they separate from devotees? We feel like, अच्छा है चले गए भक्त. Tension खत्म हुआ.
During Maharaj, we feel that.
हाँ?
when Maharaj motivated and when
Goes away. I was just, yesterday, Friday, we brought Jagat Guru Prabhu. You know Jagat Guru Prabhu, right? So we want to take, him, Jagat Guru Prabhu. I wanted to bring him to Grand Rapids. So I came to here in the morning. Then I took him to Grand Rapids and I brought him in the evening back. So I spent maybe just a day with him. And when he was going, then there is some affection that develops for devotees. Yeah, so wonderful people. Govind Prabhu came yesterday, who came for Kirtana Thursday. So he came to Grand Rapids and I spent maybe half an hour with him. Then when he went, then again. These saints are very special. And when the saints go away, then there is some kind, because they are very carry Krishna in there. So when they go away, then it feels like, okay, again we are alone. These are power of the devotees because they carry Krishna in there.
even though a person is very lazy, we are having learned higher than the sunset. Is not accepted as my reality unless we appear in emotions. One, even though a person is born in a family of trauma, he is very beautiful. But he appears in the born in the people are committed or masters. All respect should be given.
So who is the most dear devotee based on that? Who is the most dear devotee to Krishna?
Yeah, in Krishna says Bhagavad Gita, Nachame Tasma, Shri Shri Tasya prayer karta. Very dear preaching.
That's based on this verse. From this verse. Who is most dear to Krishna?
A person who doesn't want any future activities, he needs to be
Who has no motive to enjoy
enjoy.
karma or gnana, anything. That person, Krishna says, even though he is born in a dog eater, if he has no desire to for selfish enjoyment, he is very dear to me. If he has no motive to enjoy karma or jnana. What do you think? Actually, we may be hearing very nicely, we may be chanting very nicely, we may be doing so many things very nicely. But the one who is, if you want to become most dear to Krishna, then it will be happen if one day we become free from the desire for enjoyment. It is said one who has no material desire, he is dear most to Krishna. Anyways.
10 offense also.
Huh?
10 offense, which one?
10 offenses.
Last one, right?
Yeah.
Same thing is counted.
Yeah. And that's why, even though we are trying very hard, it will take us some time to become dear to Lord Krishna. We are all very dear to Lord. That is true. We are all very dear to Lord Krishna. But to become dear most to Lord Krishna, it is like when there is when we do things only for the pleasure of them.
The Prabhupada gave me example about the Gopis. They don't have any high scholarships, very village covered girl. That is a dearest. No.
Their only pleasure, their only desire is to please Krishna. It is not tainted by personal motive. It is like, okay, this is for Krishna and only for Krishna. Then when that motive is pure, that this is for Krishna, then it is very pleasing to Krishna. Like somebody does something for you only, and somebody does something for themselves, and when you go, they offer it to you also. Understood? Somebody does something only for you, and somebody does something for themselves, but when you go, they offer it to you also. So there is a difference. So when something is done only for pleasing Krishna, then that pure desire only to please Krishna, my Lord, only for your pleasure, nothing for myself, only for you, then that becomes very dear to Krishna. Okay. Verse by Prahlad Maharaj. Who's next? Yes, Mataji.
He is not invited to travel and who has dedicated the divine love faculty just in life to the service of the life. Simply it is not in the family or because fundamental life is not sufficient. One must become true devotion of children. If it's not of gender is visible, he delivers not only himself but his whole family really has a Brahmana who is not a devotee but simply just Brahmanical qualification cannot even purify himself. What is this of his family?
Understood? What did you understand? Then?
He's considered as Chandala. No, yeah. He's not as good as
Abe Chandala bana rahi ho, bro. Even if a Brahmana, if he is not a pure devotee, he cannot purify himself. On the other hand, a Chandala, if he is a pure devotee, he not only purify himself, he can purify the whole universe. So it's not about the birth, it's about pure devotion.
Yeah, correct.
Huh?
When the Naraji went to going to Vaikuntha, so first he met one Brahmana, cobbler. That is also. Yeah.
Cobbler and Brahmana, who will go back first? All right. Okay, last verse. Last verse of the presentation. So,
A Brahmana is supposed to be qualified with 12 qualities as stated in the Mahabharata. Dharmas cha satyam cha dhamas tapas cha amas sa riyam krish titiksha nasuya yajna cha danam cha triti sutam cha vratani vaya dvadasa brahmanasya. A Brahmana must be perfectly religious, he must be truthful, and he must be able to control his senses. He must execute severe austerities, and he must be detached, humble, and tolerant. He must not envy anyone, and he must be expert in performing sacrifices and giving whatever he has in charity. He must be fixed in devotional service and expert in the knowledge of the Vedas. There are the 12 qualities for a Brahman.
so it is said that even if one has these 12 qualities for Brahmana, truthful, tolerant, control of the senses and everything else, humility, non-envious, But if he is not a pure devotee, then even a Chandala who is a pure devotee is preferable. So again, this is from the purport Prabhupada says. Ultimately, it's like Prabhupada says, who is a guru? Nine, Mahaprabhu. Prabhupada. Who is a guru? Prabhupada says, who is addicted to Krishna. Who is addicted to Krishna. So you see this pure devotee is addicted to Krishna. And why are these verses spoken? Because was Vidura Brahmana? Vidura was actually a Dasi Putra.
That's it.
है ना? But then it's a pure devotee of Krishna. Like Yudhishthira Maharaj is receiving and he says, devotees of your caliber are walking holy places. Why? Because Vidura is carrying. And based on that, and why Mahaprabhu is quoting these verses. And why he's quoting these verses? Because Sanatana Goswami is telling, do not touch me. Why Sanatana Goswami is telling, do not touch me? Because he considers himself as a Muslim. So Mahaprabhu is telling, it's not about the external. People of your caliber can purify the whole universe. And I am touching you so that I can become purified. That's why I'm touching you. Mahaprabhu is not keeping that distinction. And then Mahaprabhu is quoting these verses from Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, and everywhere. Let's see, it's all about devotion. That's what you have. So on that reference, this is going on. All right. Happy Pandar Nijal Ekadashi. I know it's very tiring. शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथ श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। Nursing aarti? Yes, sir. Very good. You want this? No? Namaste Narasimhaya. All ascend श्री भक्ति विनोद देव भगवान की जय, भक्त शिरोमणि श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे। So we are celebrating Manjari's birthday today. Hari Om. So how do we sing here? Do we sing Hare Krishna to you or we don't sing here Hare Krishna to you? We just say Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
No, Hare Krishna.
We say Hare Krishna to you? All right. Follow the tradition.